run we've ever done right there with no break at all, and I'm just so happy we still have true love on our side after all. But we started that run in North Wales in Conway at the North Wales Bluegrass Festival, and that was 4 days. And it's a wonderful festival, and I really can't say enough wonderful, nice things about it, because it just is run by some very merry Welsh people. And anyhow, we got to do this thing on the last day of the festival called Meet the Artists, and we were the artists, which was exciting because people who had already met us got to meet us again. So, after all, they'd been watching us for 3 days. But it was the kind of thing where people got to sit down and ask you all kinds of questions about your personal life and also about your guitars and everything else. And people got to request songs. And it's a real honor, I feel, to have somebody request one of your songs, because it means that they've listened and that they've enjoyed it and they've remembered and they want to hear it again. I mean, what more could you really ask for? And there was this real quiet, small woman in the corner named Val who said, "Could you play If the Gun's Not Loaded?" And I thought, well, that's very strange, because that song is off our first record, and we really didn't tour a long time with that record before it sold out, and so not a whole lot of people have it, and we only brought a few copies over to England at all. And here was Val asking for this obscure Jeni and Billy song, and so we did it for her. We hadn't played it in about 7 years, but that was all right. We just went for it, and it worked. And afterwards I said, "Val, can I ask you how it is that you have that song and like that song?" And she said, I loved it because I'll never forget. She said, "Well, Jeni," she said, "your CDs are the tattiest in my van." And it turns out she's a white van driver. And she plays our records all the time and sings with them. I was wondering why she knew all the words to all our songs. But the real reason she asked for that song in particular was because Val said that that song had been a warning to her. You know, you hear all those old traditional songs that we call warning songs. Well, apparently we'd written one without really even thinking about it that way. And this is the song that we wrote when when I first fell in love with Billy. And, you know, when you fall in love with somebody, the next thing that happens is you panic. And this is the song that I wrote to think about what would happen if
That's what happens when you fall in love.
Yeah, that sound is a little bit like the panic of falling in love. It is. And luckily, I wrote a song and the sirens stopped ringing. But it's a song about what would happen if we never wrote another song together. And I suppose it's a metaphor. And Val took that as a warning. And she and her true love, Bill, got married 6 weeks ago. And she said that song just gave her that extra push that she wanted. And she was very happy. She was beaming. So anyhow, I thought, well, why don't we just sing this song for other people? And it doesn't necessarily have to be about getting married. It could be about doing anything that you may have been putting off that maybe it's time to do. So this song here is called If the Gun's Not Loaded.